Alright, so on A, our variable is n. And what's going on here with our n? We've got negative n over 5, but what does this n over 5 mean? What operation is happening here? So when you've got a fraction like this, and the negative out in front, it means the value of the whole fraction is negative. But if you remember what a fraction means, it means division. It means top divided by the bottom. So if I go top divided by the bottom and the whole thing is negative, you'd have to do either a positive divided by a negative to make the whole thing negative, or negative divided by a positive to make the whole thing negative. So what I'd like to do is I would like to think of the negative being on the bottom so that I just have a positive n on top. So I'm going to rewrite this. So now I'm going to think about this as n over negative 5 equals negative 3. And you can see that these are equivalent because a positive divided by a negative gives me a negative. So here the whole fraction's negative, and here the top's positive but the bottom's negative. Now it's a little bit easier to see what operation would undo the operation that's on n, because now we can think of this as n divided by negative 5. So to undo that operation of dividing by negative 5, I need to multiply by negative 5. But if I'm going to make the left side of this equation negative 5 times bigger, now it's not equal to this side of the equation anymore. So what we need to use is the multiplication property of equality, which says that you can multiply both sides of an equation by the same number and you get an equivalent equation. Now, an important thing to notice is that the multiplication property of equality says you have to multiply both sides of the equal sign by the same thing. In this case, the left side was just n over negative 5 and the right side was just negative 3. But if there's more stuff over here, you have to multiply everything by negative 5. It's the whole left side times the number and the whole right side times the number. Alright, so over here we got negative 5 times n divided by negative 5, and these two cancel out because negative 5 divided by negative 5 is 1, and 1 times n is just n. And then on the right side, negative 3 times negative 5, well, let's see, 3 times 5 is 15, and negative times negative is positive. So we get n equals 15. So we solved it, we justified our step, now we just need to check our answer. So our original equation was negative n over 5 equals negative 3, and we're going to substitute a 15 in for n. So negative 15 over 5 equals negative 3. Does it? Well, if you leave the negative out front and you do 15 divided by 5 is 3, you get negative 3 equals negative 3, which makes us happy.